April 24, welcome to Daily Stock Market Update. Guys, we are going up in a very low volume. I can show you here in this chart. You can see SPX, keep going. People keep trying to short this, but it keeps going up in a low volume. It's basically flat. S&P 500 was flat today as SPY ETF. A little bit more choppiness. The market is not going to go down until we are done through big earnings. So tomorrow earnings are, I think, Google and Microsoft. Yeah, Google is going to be after the bell, and also Microsoft. So tomorrow some big names are coming. And also Apple, which is going to be next week, May 4th. So I don't think market is going anywhere until we're done with all the earnings. And also I think FOMC probably next week, if I'm not wrong, they're going to decide decision on the rates as well. So probably all these factors, once we are done through earnings, this is the dip we're going to get. Okay. So nothing changed as of now. Everything is as it is. As per my forecast, we're just chopping around, slightly low, more high, and then a dump. This is a chart I'm expecting. You can see May, early May, end of April, early May. We're almost towards the end of this rally. We're going to get a dump to previous lows. So let's anticipate. So it could even go, this dump can even come as low as 380s. Okay. So if I go to MES chart, this is my MES chart. And this is the buy zone around 38, 39. So it is possible this dump can even go lower. But as of now, let's not worry too much about that. We can draw a Fibonacci. So you can draw a Fibonacci from here. Okay, let's to anticipate what's the ideal target. Let's say if this is the top, you can find this support around 401.382, 397, and then 392. Okay, this is the zone to find support. All right. That's what you should be looking to buy, and then if it goes lower, you keep some dry powder in hand, and then you keep buying as it goes lower. All right. And this is the famous chart. So you can see we are this rotation is about 6%, and we are dumping. So we are almost the top might be in because you can see what happened here, almost 6% rotation and then dump 6%. We could get a dump and then pump. Okay, so it is possible we can come to 39.99 if earnings are not good. We could go lower and then pump, but this rotation is towards the end. You can see 6% here, here 6%, here you can see 5.5%, here 6%, here 7%, here 6%. So you can see we are almost towards the end. This might be already done, or if not, then we could even have a little bit more pump, but it looks more and more like it's almost towards the end. All depends on Google and Microsoft. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. Okay, and then again, this is the other chart you can see here. This is other points chart. So you can see this rotation is 337. Now we're going 33 points lower. All right, so 350, I mean 400 is an ideal zone, but anywhere from 375 to 400 or 350 to 400, you have to be careful. You can see these rotations, how they're happening. So my ideal swing rotation would be a little bit more higher, between 375 to 400. That will be good area to short. Okay. Also, so this is not the time to go long, basically. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So we can chop around here a little bit, sideways movement. It may be pop higher, but then eventually we're going to get a dump. Only look to take profits. Okay, we're almost less than 1.5 weeks away now. April 4th is less than less than 2 weeks. So we're almost towards the end. All right, guys. So don't be too greedy here. All right. So that's on MES chart. Let's quickly look at moving averages. Again, let's quickly see SPY. It's a bit clear, less cycles here. So you can see it closed right on this green moving average. So this is 10 moving average. So still on support as of now, nothing changed. There's also a lot of support here around 408. This is 20 EMA, a white line. So if it comes down, we can even find support here, but eventually I'm looking for a dump. Okay, so we are almost towards the end of this pump, this rally. All right. And let's quickly look at cycles and see how we are, where we are now. So you can see this rally, it's gonna end around this time. So this upwards momentum, it should put a little bit pressure to go in this sell zone. Okay, so this is still the sell zone. All right, this is still the sell zone. So again, guys, same thing. So many indications are saying we're almost towards the end of this rally. All right. VIX was up heavily and then it crashed again. Basically, they're just playing games. I think they're just waiting for big earnings to go over and then they're going to pump. Okay, so VIX can even crash down. This is the zone to buy VIX. Okay, you can see this zone here. Every time it comes in this zone, it bounces. All right, so it's coming here, 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 here. You can see it can stay in this zone for a couple of days and then bounce. So this is a good time to buy VIX. So if tomorrow we go here, okay, you can start buying VXX or UVXY. Nasdaq 100. Let's quickly see how Nasdaq is doing. Let's go to MNQ. We can see here. Nasdaq 100, it's now going towards the purple line. Okay, so Nasdaq is not a good time to short. So in Nasdaq is showing us different story. It's a bit weaker than S&P 500. So I think tomorrow after earnings we could see a massive pop if things are good in one of these two stocks. So we're getting closer to purple line. The more closer you get to purple line, you should not be shorting Nasdaq. Okay, now it's below the white line, so the time to short is gone. Time to short is when we are here above this purple line. When we were here, purple line was like right on top here. That's the time to short, not now, right now. Okay. Yeah, again, just waiting for earnings. Triple Qs. Let's see how 1 hour went. If you go to 1 hour chart, it came very close to filling this gap. Still did not fill. Okay. Let's quickly look at S&P 500 SPY chart, 1 hour chart. Still this gap is not filled. You can see still it's not filled. So it's possible after hours tomorrow and on Wednesday, depending on how things come up, we could even go to fill this top gap, 421 to 427 if earnings are good, and then dump, or we can go down and then fill these gaps and then pump. Okay, triple Qs. Same thing here. Low volume, 0.21%. This gap one here, there's another gap here, so it is possible we can even go down. So it doesn't need to be like up. It can even go down after if earnings are not bad. Like fill this gap and then go up. All right. So multiple scenarios. All right. But May 8th, actually this should be like this. May 5th and May 4th is coming soon. So this rally should end very, very soon. All right. Again, looking for one pop and then dump. All right. Let's go to US 30. Just kind of flat today, US 30. Let's quickly look at ETF, which follows US 30, which is Dow Jones, almost flat, 0.2%. Looks like just consolidating, maybe a little bit more pop and then dump. Okay, but again, just follow S&P 500, so I'm expecting a little bit more pop and then dump. So let's draw a chart on this. I think, yeah, this is what I'm expecting. US 2000. Basically cycle low is coming here. We're losing time, we're not dumping too much, so it's possible we can make a higher low and then pump. All right, so but this low here, it could go as low as the 11th of May. Cycle low is coming here also at 8th of May, so another couple of weeks we'll see how low this goes. All right. Oil, did it fill this gap today? It still did not fill this gap. This gap is around 75. Oil was pumping higher, I'm not sure why. But it's possible it's doing a back test. You can see this is a daily chart. We had a gap up, broke down. It's possible we're doing a back test of 79 and then we're gonna drop. All right, that's what my preferred scenario is, and this is weakness coming in this zone here. All right, natural gas was up today, and the only thing which bothers me on natural gas is if you go to 1 hour chart, there's a gap around 2.27, so I really want this gap to fill before I take long positions. So if you get down here, buy on this opportunity, and then it's going to pump higher. All right, so I'm not really, because there's this massive gap, I don't want to take long positions. I want to wait till this gap is filled. Okay, also the cycle low is coming, so even if we pump higher, it can come down and then again retest these lows. All right, Bitcoin. Again, let's see if it's right on support, right on 50 EMA, sorry, 50 SMA. This red line is 50 daily SMA, right on there. All right, and this is a trend line. It can come down. If S&P 500 finds weakness, it can come down to test this trend line, 23,000, and then bounce. All right, let's go to futures. Same thing. Actually, I've drawn it very nicely here. You can see around 24K. This is a support zone. If you do a Fibonacci retracement from here to here, okay, you can do Fibonacci from here to here. again 0.382 to 0.6. This is a good support zone. Okay, that's what it's showing. Ethereum, again, basically, I think 1600 to 1700 is a good buy zone. Wait for this dump, and then it's going to go higher later on. All right. On a weekly basis, there is a cycle low coming, so this could be possible. It's going to make a higher low and then dump. All right. So it's possible now it's weakening. So maybe it's going to go here, make a lower high, and then it's going to go lower here. Okay. So that's possible as well. So we'll see how much this dump goes. And based on that, we can make a decision. But the top is in, looks like it is possible. It could be the top of the year. But we'll see how S&P 500 does. But for now, let's focus on weakness. S&P 500, definitely, I'm looking for 4,300. So it is possible Bitcoin has not seen the top. But let's see how far this dump go. I really don't want dump to break this trend line. Okay, so this 24,000 is really good critical support for Bitcoin to hold. Dollar index weakening, again, same thing, projecting to go lower. Gold was up today, but again, I'm waiting for this weakness around 10th of May. Little bit more dump, that will be really good to buy gold for a long-term new all-time highs. All right. Same thing with silver, looking for dump. Okay, again, dump for before we go higher. Wheat, basically wheat is not doing good. I'm looking at weekly. It's on a wedge. Okay, you see what happened here? It made low and then pump and made another low, and then it created a divergence here. You can see RSI was creating a divergence, so that's what I'm looking for. I haven't seen divergence yet, so I'm not bullish until I see divergence. Palladium, same thing on Palladium. What I do really want, now we are bouncing. I want to see a new low. You can see this is what I want to see. I want to see a new low made with higher momentum on RSI. Again, here you can see a new low was made with higher momentum on RSI. So that's what I'm looking for. So I ideally would be really happy if I see a new low, but it's not really required. Again, the buy zone on Palladium from here to here is around, you can see this is the box, which is where it is right now. So this is a box around 1530 to this red 50 SMA around 1450. Okay, this is the buy zone, but I really like to see a new low, but who knows? Okay, we might not even get that. There's also the cycle low coming here, so keep an eye on that. This is an ideal good zone to buy. TNX mortgage rates, basically looking for more downside. Bonds were up today. Again, cycle low is coming, so looking for a little bit more selling pressure, okay, then a bounce. All right, and let's quickly look at gold miners. Again, flat 0.3%, but I'm not interested in this now. Barely hanging on to this 20 EMA, eventually gonna break, and when gold is around 1900, then it's gonna be good time to buy miners. Let's look at sectors. XLE was up very heavily, but again, there's a gap here. I'm looking for these gaps to fill, not interested. XLU looking really good now, making a new, basically not a high yet, almost there, but looking good. So maybe a little bit more pump with the S&P 500 and net dump to fill these gaps. So that was utility sectors. XLV, again, 0.56 up, maybe more pump and then dump. XLF, again weakening, again it's not able to close above this 200 SMA and 50 SMA, and the cycle low is coming here around 4th of May, same as Apple earnings. So probably it doesn't look like it's going to make a new low because it's still very high, holding nicely. So maybe it's going to make a higher high and then gonna bounce. So we'll see how it goes. And industrial sector was also 0.24%, so maybe a little bit more pump and dump. And Tesla, Tesla is barely hanging in there. This is a buy zone. Again, you can draw it Fibonacci, and it's right on the buy zone around. There's also a gap around 145, but it's on a solid support here. Okay, guys. So I'm not looking to short Tesla. It is possible we can get a rally from here and then come down to fill this gap, so don't be too keen on this gap fill right away. Okay, But this is a good target to buy Tesla around 145, but who knows. Also, if I go on weekly, you can see I'm trying to make a wedge here. I want to make a wedge like this. So I want to see lower lows with some momentum on RSI and PPO, and then eventually a breakout. Okay, for now, things are kind of bearish on Tesla. It's also below all these moving averages, but with big gap up, big gap down. So I don't know which gap will fill. I really want this upper gap to fill. That will be a good time to take profits and then wait for this dump to buy back again. All right. That's what I'm looking for. Tesla. Apple is hanging on there, basically on this, barely hanging on this support. You can see it's still in this wedge, barely hanging on. So we'll see, maybe it will hang on there until the earnings and then dump. Amazon was up almost 3% and then it closed again below this 200 SMA. It was a reversal, so things are not looking too good. We'll see. Also, there's a big gap here on 103. Also, there's another gap 98. So I'm not sure how Amazon is going to do during earnings. We'll see. Google chart has again, it has a divergence on PPO and RSI. So multiple gaps up, one gap down. So I think most likely we're going to go towards the upside, because you can see how many times all these three earnings are red. So we got dumped last 2 times, so most likely you're going to get a pump this time. Also here also we got a dump, so Google is looking pretty good for a pump after earnings. Amazon is also fair, but Google has more chances. Let's quickly look at Microsoft. How did it do? All couple of earnings are good, so it's possible this time we will not have a good earning on Microsoft, but Google will do good. So Google is looking very interesting. Okay, Netflix is kind of flat, so earnings are done. This is one of the stocks which you can buy to hold. There's still a lot of upside price targets. They are doing really good. They're increasing their subscriber growth, so I'm pretty bullish on Netflix. Meta, when is the earnings on Meta? Oh, is it earnings on Wednesday? Okay, Meta's earning on Wednesday. Again, big divergence on RSI and PPO. It's suggesting we're going to get a massive dump. We could even open here, so just be very careful on Meta, guys. All right. Snowflakes, no gaps to the downside. Looking for upside gaps. Microsoft earnings will affect Snowflakes a lot, so be very careful. Nvidia basically looks like we already seen the top, and if you want to see the target where we can buy again, you can draw Fibonacci. Sorry, I got the wrong tool. Draw Fibonacci from here. Okay, something like this, and the buy zone will be somewhere around. Let's quickly draw a buy zone 382, 2618. This is a good area to buy Nvidia. Okay, so let's get rid of. Okay, this is the buy zone. All right, there's also a gap around 208, so that's a good area to buy. Okay, so look to take profits and then buy again when we are here. AMD, we're going lower. We broke this trend line. Okay, now we're going lower. I think earnings gonna be very good. It looks like, because we are going into earnings. It's also not able to break this resistance. You can see big resistance, not able to break it. Yeah, things are looking good. Looks like this error already happened here. This already happened, so we're gonna have a pump after earnings. Okay, guys, that's it. I think I covered most of the stock. Please, on your way back, hit the like button and please share with your friends and family. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Have a happy Monday. Bye bye.